Want to know how to build a collection like this? Let's do it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully everybody's having a great start to their week. Today we have a huge video. We're going to be giving you guys 5 tips on how to build an expensive Funko Pop collection. Now, I know this is something that not a lot of people talk about, even though we discuss values and everybody's thinking about their pops being worth money every single day. So how exactly do you build a big, expensive collection? If you guys are new here, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Myself and Joanna have been collecting Funko Pops and now Funko Sodas for a long time. Joanna's been in the game for about 2 years, and I've been collecting for over 9 years now. And together, we've been able to build a collection that is well worth over $100,000. Now, we haven't done a collection video yet, partly because we just made a huge move up here to Boston, and on top of that, we don't want to come off as bragging and just showing off everything that we have. Although we have heard from a lot of you guys that you want to see our collection, so we will either do a several part video or we'll just do a full collection tour at some point in the future. So make sure you guys are subscribed because you're not going to want to miss that. So today I want to give you guys 5 tips on how to successfully build an expensive Funko Pop collection or Funko Soda collection that you can depend on one day should you need that money. So my first tip for you guys is be patient. I know a lot of you guys do not want to hear that, but if you want to build long-term wealth and have that level of success, you have to play the long game as a collector. Flippers play the short game and make money out of greed. Collectors play the long game and in turn make money because of their passion. So let me say that again. Flippers play the short game out of greed. Collectors play the long-term game because this is truly their passion. And what I mean by that, by playing the long game, is purchasing something that you know or believe will have value down the road. It might not necessarily jump in value tomorrow, but I can tell you for a fact that a lot of the pops I've picked up have gone up significantly in value over the last 9 years because my intention was never to sell them or flip them the following day or week or month. I still have a lot of them in my collection from when I first started collecting, and I have no plans on selling any of them for a long time. Alright, so tip number 2 for when it comes to building a collection that's going to be worth a lot of money is collect something you like. You may have heard this from a lot of other content creators, and a lot of us here in the community say it for a reason. Find something you are passionate about, whether it's Marvel, DC, anime, Star Wars, Disney, you name it. Funko has the most licenses out of any company in the world, so there's bound to be something for you that you enjoy collecting. Now, once you find that something that you enjoy collecting, then you can determine, oh, I really like this, I'm going to try to pick up that, because chances are if you really like something and you have to have it, there's probably a whole line of other people that also need to have that for their collection, and with that, demand becomes a lower supply, and that's how values raise for various items. Alright, so tip number 3 in today's video is pay attention to limited pieces. If anybody has noticed here in 2021, Funko has not dropped many limited piece pops. And when I say limited, I mean specifically there's a numbered sticker on the front of the pop. We've only gotten a handful. We usually get a lot more. If you look at years past, we'll get a handful for each major convention with Emerald City Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, and then of course New York Comic Con. This year was a big year because we got our box of fun back for the Freddies this year, so we had a whole slew of actual limited pieces, and I think some of those are going to be worth a lot of money later down the line. But if you pay attention in the long run, we haven't gotten a lot of limited piece pops, so that's making a lot of the older limited piece pops go through the roof in terms of value. And unfortunately, I don't think Funko is going to be dropping a lot more limited piece pops in 2022. But hey, we'll see, and I'll be very optimistic, and I hope that they do. Alright, so that brings us to tip number 4, and this is a big one, guys. I've been saying it, and I feel like a lot of people are not listening, and I think they're going to be missing out and kicking themselves later down the road, and that is collect Funko Sodas. Like we just said with limited piece pops, there are not that many. Every single Funko Soda is limited, whether it be 20,000 pieces, 2,000 pieces. Every single soda and its corresponding chase, if it has one, has a number right there on the pog, and that ultimately, not just for Funko, but for any collectible, makes it more desirable to the collector and makes it higher valued down the road. You really can't go wrong, especially with some of these sodas still floating around from their original releases back in 2020. A lot of these sodas are going to continue rising in prices, and once those limited piece chases, those really tough to get ones, the 500 pieces, the 700 pieces, the 1,000 piece chases go off the market, when they do return to the marketplace one by one, their prices are going to be astronomical, and anybody who wants one, unfortunately, is going to be paying through the nose for something that they have to have for their collection. So don't waste any time. Invest in Funko Sodas, especially if there's a character or genre they already make that you really like. All right, so my fifth and final tip for today's video is pay attention to pop culture and what's going on in the world. There's constantly new movies, TV shows, comic books coming out. There's all kinds of stuff happening and you cannot ignore it. For instance, we have the third Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man No Way Home, dropping next month in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and there is so much hype for that movie. It's already caused a lot of the pops from the Spider-Verse to go up in value. We've done other videos on that, so definitely go check it out if you want to see specifically which pops you should be on the lookout for. Because this is such a big movie, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of pops that are going to be rising in value after the movie comes out, because this is going to be a pivotal point for Tom Holland's Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as a whole. Will he continue playing the character? Probably. Is he going to have his own solo movies after this? That is completely unknown. But that is just one instance of something going on in the world, in pop culture, that has a direct impact on collectibles and their values. So you have to pay attention to what's going on outside of our collecting bubble. And our last and final thought for today, I couldn't drop a Monday video without giving you guys some Monday motivation. And here it is. Whatever you guys decide to collect for, whatever that reason may be, it's purely okay if you are just in the Funko hobby just to collect high-priced items because of their value. That's completely okay. That's the beauty of this hobby and Funko, is that you guys as collectors have the freedom to collect however you see fit. If you want to collect because you like something, if you want to collect because something is going to be worth money down the road, both those reasons are completely okay. One is not better than the other. I would highly advise that you always stick to stuff that you know and collecting stuff that you like, because if the market crashes or if a pop's value plummets, you won't be that upset because it's still something you like and you don't mind having in your house, in your collection. But the good thing about collecting Funko Pops primarily for their value is down the road, once you see those values starting to spike, if for whatever reason you find yourself in financial hardship, you can depend on your collection's value to save yourself or help you get through a bind. You can sell your collection, you can sell part of your collection, and thousands of people have already done that and gotten themselves out of a financial pickle. It doesn't even have to be a stressful situation. You could be buying a house, getting a new car, having a baby, going to college, sending a kid to college. There's so many big events that happen in our lives that require a huge amount of money, and it's nice to have that collection sitting behind you that you know is worth a lot of money, so you can fall back on it. It's just like investing in stocks. I don't invest in the stock market, I invest in collectibles, so everything I'm telling you guys today is stuff that I do and practice every single day and have been doing for the last 9 years, and as a result, we have a very nice collection with pieces that we truly enjoy having, and we get to show off to you guys here on the channel and over on our Instagram page, so make sure you guys are following us there. Alright guys, so there is 5 tips for getting you started on how to build an expensive Funko Pop collection. If you guys would like me to expand on this topic even more, let me know down in the comment section below. I do have a lot of other tips and pieces of advice I'd love to give you guys. I just wanted to keep this video short and concise to see how many people out there are actually collecting Funko items purely for their value. It's completely okay. Do not feel ashamed if you are. I want to hear about it, guys. There are several pieces that I've picked up over the years because I know they're going to go up in value that I'm sitting on, and I've used them as trade bait. I've given them to other collectors just because purely I knew the value was going to go up because of X, Y, Z reason. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you smash that like button. And as always, don't stop shooting until you score. We'll see you guys tonight for our mini Whatnot auction.